Today we're going to talk about the sense of smell. Everybody take a deep breath. Every time you inhale or breathe in, a lot more than air goes up your nose. Along with air, thousands of tiny molecules, small pieces of things too small to see, enter your nose each time you breathe. They're called odor molecules, and together they make up what we call scents. Scents are smells. When the man in the picture inhales, the odor molecules travel up his nose and then he smells the scent of his drink. Molecules are microscopic, so small that you can't see them without a microscope, but they are floating around in the air all the time. There are millions of odor molecules in the air, especially hovering around everything that has a scent or a smell. The inside of your nose is like a big cave designed to catch and keep odor molecules. When you sniff a flower, odor molecules rush in through your nostrils. These are your nostrils, the holes, the two openings in your nose, and travel high up inside your nose until they reach the small receptors. So they're little teeny tiny things inside your nose that catch the smells. The small receptors tell your brain about the molecule you just sniffed, and your brain sends a message back to you to tell you, that is a sweet smelling flower. Human beings can identify a huge number of different kinds of smells, between 4,000 and 10,000. This is because we can tell the difference between that many odors. Here's your nose right here, your nostrils, the hole on your nose. So when you sniff something, the scent goes up to your receptors, and then your brain tells you if it's a good smell or a bad smell. We're lucky to be able to smell so many odors, even though sometimes they smell bad. Some animals, like rescue dogs, have even better sense of smell than humans. How many of you have a dog at home? Dogs have 25 times more smell receptors than humans. Dogs have to sniff really hard to get the odor molecules all the way up to their nose to meet their smell receptors. If you've ever seen a dog walking with its nose to the ground, you may even be able to hear it sniff. People sniff too, especially when they want to figure out where a smell is coming from. Can everybody inhale and sniff? Good, you are sniffing, just like this rescue dog who's going to smell and sniff and see if he can rescue someone. If you had trouble sniffing just now, then maybe it's because your nose is stuffed up. When you have a stuffy nose, it means that your nostrils are full of mucus. That's like the kind of stuff you have in your nose when you're sick. You always have mucus in your nose and other parts of your head, but when you're sick with a cold or you have allergies, your body makes even more mucus. Mucus is important though. It traps the dirt that might be floating around the air, and it keeps it from going farther into your body. If you are sick, the extra mucus can stuff up your nose, or maybe it might cause a runny nose. When there's extra mucus in your nose, it is hard for odor molecules to travel high enough into your nose to reach the smell receptors. That means that when your nose is stuffed up with a cold, you can't smell as well as when you're healthy. And when that happens, it's time to grab a tissue and blow your nose, and of course, wash your hands. Your sense of smell can help protect you. For instance, if smoke molecules travel through your nostrils to the smell receptors, your brain will know that there's a fire somewhere and that you will need to get away from the fire. But your sense of smell doesn't only tell you about bad things or dangers. It can be a lot of fun to sniff because many things smell great. Have you ever smelled chocolate chips baking in the oven? Or buttery popcorn at a movie theater? Next time you're enjoying your favorite scent, try to remember that odor molecules are hitting your smell receptors and telling your brain, wow, that smells great. Do you remember the tiny pieces of things in the air that are too small to see? Do you remember what those are called? Starts with molecules. What kind of molecules go into the nose and make up smells? Odor molecules. How do molecules get into your nose? Through the nostrils. Once the odor molecules are inside the nose, where do they go next? This is kind of a big word. The smell receptors. After the smell receptors catch the odor molecules or scents, where do they send them? To your smart brain. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. The question is, how can your sense of smell protect you? How can smell protect your body? What do you think? Your sense of smell can protect you because if you smell something that maybe smells dangerous, like a smoke, then it would help you to get out of the house or a place that's burning, right?